Can't come soon enough as the green flag drops on the Grand Prix over at St. Petersburg. We love being able to check in the drivers. And if you are a fan of IndyCar, well, this is the driver to look out for this season. I'm talking about Patricio O'Ward, also known as Pato, who is with us today. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh, we are so excited to talk with you because you really are the up-and-coming driver. And just reading some of the things that are coming out from Indianapolis Motor Speedway and your tests, things are looking good for the team this year. How are you feeling? The season has not kicked off, but you're going to be here in the second race of the year. Talk to us about the team. What's going on?
It's been good. We've had some really good off-season tests. We've had a lot of time. The off season this year has been too long, and everybody's just aching to get back to racing. We're going to be in St. Pete's for the second race of the season. Usually we start there, but now we're actually starting in Alabama. But we're all super excited just to get going, get racing. We all know that winning the tests don't give you points. We got to start winning actual races. So. We're pushing hard.
Hey, you were the 2020 Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year. You're one of the youngest in the sport. Does that give you more fire? What's your perspective being the youngest in this great group of talent? And, what does that do to you for a competitive level?
I think IndyCar is in a state or in a position that it has so many different age groups of drivers. We've got the veterans like Dixon, Power, Pagano. Then we've got like the mini veterans like Newgarden, Rossi. And then we've got the little ones, which is me, Herta, VK. So I feel like it's got a great mix of decades of different, drivers that have been racing in very different series, especially growing up. So we all now get to join each other and race against each other. But I think we're in a very good position to do some great things this year. The goal is to obviously win races, challenge for the championship. But at the end of the day, we're fairly new to this. I'm very new to this. It's only my second full year in IndyCar. So the goal is to be the biggest headache for the veterans. That is going to be the goal for sure.
Nice. Hey, speaking of that rookie year, I saw an interview you gave, and you were talking about adjectives to describe you, and you gave driven, persistent, and stubborn. Now, driven, okay, that makes sense as a race car driver, of course. But I'm curious, being persistent and stubborn, those features, I would guess, would help you on a road course like we see in St. Pete. Do you think that those attributes help you, and especially when you're behind the wheel and really going for that first win this year?
I think they do, because you, in a way, you stick to what you stick to what you think is right, and I think that allows you to make certain decisions whenever you have to make them super quick. You hope it's the right decision, but I think they help me. I would hope they do.
Hey, I've really enjoyed getting to know the drivers, and I want people, again, because you're one of the newbies, but again, one of the ones to look out for. Give us a little bit, if you can, of your background and where you're from, and what do you think that brings to the table in form of racing?
So I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. I started racing when I was 6 years old. When I was 14, I made the move from go-karts to smaller Formula cars. So like the series that you see raced in St. Pete sometimes, the USF 2000, the Indy Pro 2000, the Indy Lights. So that all feeds into IndyCar. USF is the bottom, Indy Pro, Indy Lights, and then Indy Lights gives you the kind of push that you need, especially if you win the championship to IndyCar. But that's been my background. I've raced in America for many years. I've done some years in Europe as well. And it's been a rocky road. It hasn't really been smooth. There's been multiple times where where you get to a point where it's like, is it going to continue? Is it not going to continue? Is the funding there to do it?
Well,
At the
certainly in
end
a
of the day-
pandemic with the last year that you've had, I'm sure probably did question everything.
Yeah, I mean, at least last year I was set in stone, and I was backed by a very good team. That at the end of the day, they are the ones that are believing in me, and they allow me to drive their $1 million cars at 225 plus miles an hour.
No
And
biggie.
they trust me enough to put it as high up in the chart as we can.
Well, we only have 30 seconds left. Let's talk game plan. What fans can expect from you when the race happens. You took a pole last year, of course, 4th in the season championship. What do you hope to accomplish? We all want to, of course, get the checkered flag. What does it take at St. Pete, though?
St. Pete, it's very physical, very demanding track. Qualifying is extremely important there. So starting in towards the front is super important. And just having a good strategy, having a good race. Don't put a wheel wrong, because there is no room for error around this place. But last year we were one position short from winning it. So we're going to be going for it this year.
All right. Well, it's a tradition on our show. The winner comes back to the blend. So we hope to see you soon.
Oh, yeah.
You like that?
I don't know
Yeah,
if they
I like
told
that.
you that yet, but we kind of look forward to that. So
Okay. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Deal. I like that attitude. It's so great to meet you. Best of luck this season. And of course, at the St. Pete Grand Prix, all the action will kick off the weekend of April 25th. And of course, the big race that day. Take care. Good to meet you.